Should you start or should I start speaking? If I start speaking, I don't shut up until the end of the call. So
Okay, so
if
let
you, if
me
you want to
just
say
say,
something now, it's your time.
okay, so welcome everyone to a community call number 8. We use this space to hear what the developers have been doing during the last couple weeks. So we're going to hear updates about the protocol development and also about the blockchain development. And we also have a Q&A at the end. So it's a great moment to ask questions. And you can ask questions about anything. You can like ask from basics and to more advanced. And we try to cover everything at the end. So just write down the questions in the chat. No fear. And we're going to take a look at them at the end. And yes, I think we have just one slide at the beginning where I'll speak some more. Otherwise, I will leave you the
The
whole
agenda?
time with.
No, the agenda, the other one.
Well, the agenda, I think I just covered.
Okay.
But the first thing is that we have a Telegram chat. So I will leave a link in this Discord chat to bring you to our Telegram. Our Telegram is how we stay connected every day, so we can just say jam and share gifts, K-pop gifts preferably. But also you can ask questions during like not don't need to wait until the community call to ask your questions. We have a white paper released. We have some documentation and some ways for you to contribute on the desk already. So you can ask about all of that and find out everything in this within this Telegram group. And also, if we are going to be at any in-person events, that's the best way for you to find us and say hello in person. That's it. So now the floor is yours, Oak. Please.
Now,
You can.
so I can before even starting the updates, we already have here a question, and I can actually start addressing that. And that is a perfect question for you to do. The thing is, you are paying the wrong person to ask that. I think the perfect person that can explain you a bit more about the origin of the naming and all that is GG, Guilty Gyoza. So he usually is the person that is here in the community calls. Today I'm here as his replacement, so you need to bear a bit with me. Lots of the history of Topology. So I didn't join since the beginning of the project. So lots of the parts of the history of naming for Topology, the Isaac stuff. If you have interest on that, Mumu stuff and all that, it's perfect for you to ask either him or we also have Kono here in the call. So if Kono wants to jump in the chat or jump here on the stage, he can also give you some reasoning about the previous history of Topology. And yeah, I think we can hop into the.
Can I
Yes.
just say one more thing? We have
Yes.
also a monthly event, a monthly call.
Mhm.
That is at the fourth last Thursday of the month, of the fourth Thursday of the month, at the same time of the community call, to talk about to give you an introduction about topology. So we go over the history, and that's a great place for you to learn how it all began, what we are doing right now, and what is the future. So the community call doesn't cover all of that. If you want to just dig some more in between the calls and as for your own personal pleasure, you can just research. We have a YouTube channel with all of the recordings, and yes, you can join. So if you go to Discord and see the events we have, you can mark your interest in the next introduction to topology as well. That's it. That's it.
I have a question about that though. Is it the week off of the month or the last Thursday of the month?
Great question. It's the fourth Thursday of the month. Because
Okay,
last month we had
yeah,
5 Thursday, and it's the fourth Thursday of the month.
yeah,
That's
because
how we.
originally I think it was supposed to be the last. That's
Yeah,
why I was asking to clarify now if it's the fourth or the last. Okay.
yeah. It became the fourth, and for Discord organizations also uh,
Mhm.
effective. So yeah.
Good. Then let's move out to the updates. So we are going to start with the topology protocol updates. So the protocol updates. We've been working on some stuff. Previously, these slides and the next one have been showing as what has been done and what we are currently working on. Currently, I just mixed everything because it's a bit everything that we've been done. We are lots of times are reiterating, so it's not a final done stuff. It's actually stuff that we are already merged some PRs on it, but we are still working on those. So that's why I just stopped doing the done and the working on and just mix all together. So first, we can start with finality. Finality is something that we've been working for a long time. There are lots of people new here, so I'm not sure how much you know about the protocol itself. If you don't know much, you can either watch previous community calls or go through the paper. So usually these calls are more to give the updates. So we already assume that you have some basic knowledge on what we are building and how we are building stuff. And finality basically consists on when we are using something that is hash graphs for the history of the objects that we are creating, the CROs. And within those histories, sometimes we want to have some features like pruning the history and all that. And for that, we need to have the finality mechanism. And basically, finality, when we are talking about finality, you can think a bit like finality on blockchain systems, where you have somewhat some consensus to work on. The thing is, we are designing finality mechanisms that are not on total ordering systems. So even the finality mechanisms that we are trying to create and trying to address are not as the same consensus that you are usually used to. So we've been working on a prototype of our own version of some finality algorithm. We already have it ready, and now we are starting to share it with some experts on distributed systems field. And basically, the main reasoning is for us to talk with them in order to understand if there is something that we are missing. So if there is basic failures within the architecture of our finality algorithm, that for sure is they are not going to work. And the thing is, if they can't find anything, a part of that we are already planning on implementing those also to test it around with our current code base. But the thing is, if they don't raise any issue and if it's working everything within the code base, that's a super good thing for us, because that means that we have initial finality algorithm in order for us to do lots of magic stuff. Another thing that we've been working on, and we already have some not super extensive, but somewhat extensive code base. And now onboarding lots of new interns, they went through the code base and they started doing their magic. So basically, most of them came from competitive programming. So what is the thing that you do most in competitive programming? Improve algorithms, improve logic, improve everything. And since they had their first interaction with the code base, we started already seeing some improvements in the algorithms and actually detecting some bugs. We had some bugs on our code base. They were not super. They were not breaking anything in the sense that everything would work the same, but there were quite some bugs that would make it more complex on using some algorithms inside of the protocols. And they were detected. We already fixed those. A part of that, we also start doing some other types of testing. So, for example, for the hash graph, we are testing not just the simple unit tests of adding vertices, checking if the vertices are correct and all that, but also checking, for example, if the hash graph actually just has one root. That is something that we have a hard-coded root for lots of the algorithms, it's necessary to only have one root. And for example, we are already testing if the graph only has one root, if it's so that because that was one of the bugs that we were detecting, is that the graph was actually creating two different roots. And the part of that also checking the properties of the DAGs, if the hash graph is a DAG or not, if everything is compliant. And yeah, basically we increased the tests there. We also added a logger package. So in the past, we already had a logger implementation. The thing is, we had some issues with the logger implementation that we had, because that logger implementation didn't allow us to. So currently, within our main protocol repository, we intend on running it in two different environments. One is the browser, and the other one is as a CLI, you run it on the terminal and it runs a node. And the thing is, logging on the terminal, it's quite simple. You usually have it extensive and you don't have collapsible things. The thing is, when you want to log it on the browser, you actually want to keep the same properties that the console log and console error enables you to do, which basically is having everything super pretty, having collapsible stuff. And the problem that we were getting is that with the logger implementation that we had in the past, we couldn't have the collapsible objects. So on the browser, it would create lots of noise having all the log messages. In our latest version of it, we already have the collapsible objects. So, and for all of that, we created an internal package for the logging system. Another big thing because it was not working and it was creating lots of redundancy. And the initial work for this was actually done by Kiwi. He's here within the call. He already is bringing people to the call, so it's awesome. Kiwi, you are doing a great job. Our main dev rel. Kiwi started. So we had an issue that we have protobuf definitions within different packages within the main TS repo, and within those packages, we sometimes need to access objects that were defined on one from the other. And the thing is, we didn't have that working that well. So what ended up working was we had an object that was created on one package that it was the package that it was supposed to be created, and then we had exactly the same file on the other package, which was not supposed. We were supposed to only have one and importing from one to the other. But we were having some issues with the buff build, and Kiwi helped us out figure out on how to do that with the import structure. After that, we already deployed the protobufs within the buff build registry. So we have currently there three protobuf definitions. We have the one for the node. The node, basically the protobuf that is defined there is the RPC protobuf. So for you to make RPC requests and get the RPC responses. Only that. We don't have anything else there. And we have one for the network and one for the objects. A part of that, after, we are also actively working. The person that is working, it's here, yes. So L is also here on the call. Is currently working on setting up the DHT from P2P for us to do topic discovery. And this seems that it's getting trickier than initially we thought. So the thing about topic discovery is that when you have a super large peer-to-peer network, if you have a bootstrap node on one side, you can join the network through that bootstrap node. The thing is, it doesn't mean that you are going to be connected with someone that has the same topic as you. When I say topic here, basically is having a CRO subscription within the network. And the main thing there is, if you are not aware of anyone else on the network that is also subscribed to that CRO, you are not going to be able to propagate the messages. So our current solution for that is that we have a super big pub subgroup that everyone is subscribed to, and they just send messages saying, I'm subscribed to the CRO. If anyone else is subscribed to that CRO, they can form a connection with me, and then we know for sure that we have the same CRO and we can propagate the messages. The thing is, this approach is not scalable at all. So this might work in super small networks, but when you expand this to larger networks, it's not going to work. So in for that, for making it work, we intend on using the DHT implementation on UTP, which is Kademlia for the people that are curious about it. The tricky thing that we are finding on the DHT nowadays is that DHT is private. El can correct me here on the chat if I'm wrong, because I'm not looking into it. He's the person that is looking more into it. But the thing is, by default, when you are doing the DHT service within WP2P, you are acting as a private node on the DHT, and that makes you non-accessible. So actually, you can't store keys nor anything. And for you to be able to store keys, you need to run it in server mode or something similar with that. And by default, we want to have that in most of the nodes. The thing is, most of our nodes are actually running on browsers. So it's not that tricky for us to find an architecture there that fits that. Because currently we can say, yeah, we can deploy some nodes on some servers and have them acting as server mode. The thing is, even having that, it means that we are centralizing the topic display mechanism from everyone. So because since most of the users are actually running on the browser, if we just stop, even if it's not because we are being Byzantine, but just because of problems with our nodes and our infrastructure, we can just close the network for everyone because no one can discover the topics anymore. But yeah, so this is something that we are actively working on. We have a PR open for our testing purposes, and we are working a lot on that. Also related with the topic of running nodes in different servers, we are so initially it was me doing that with some help from another team member called Akash. Akash then moved to something else, and then it was mainly me doing the infra. But now I'm going also to have the help of an intern to do this. And basically, infra, what we mean infra here is setting up nodes and bootstrap nodes. And the thing is, we have some scripts to do it on our servers. The thing is, all of that is open source for anyone to run. We are going to add some documentation on it. Currently, we have zero documentation on the infra side. But basically, we are preparing it to run on our servers, and as soon as it's ready and it's working flawlessly on our servers, we are just going to. The repo is already public, so anyone can already see it. But we are starting creating better documentation for anyone to be able to run their own bootstrap nodes, their own nodes on their own servers if they want to do it. Related with that, also, I'll set it up a new example, but the example is more a guideline for people that want to test stuff locally. So lots of time people were trying to test stuff locally and it would fail because currently we have one bootstrap node, and if that bootstrap node is down, no one can connect to anyone. And what I'll set it up was a way for you to run your own local bootstrap node within your local host, and then on the example you have how to run your own local bootstrap node, and then how to test around to do the connection directly with that bootstrap node. So you can check how to set it up within that example. A part of that documentation. This is one of the things that we are currently working the most. We have lots of team members currently working on documentation. We are currently doing the initial drafts. If you want to see the initial drafts, I don't recommend it because it was not peer reviewed yet. But if you want to see them, all the repos are public. You can just go there. You can see them. We have a couple of pull requests there. Some are drafts. Some are ready to review. But yeah, for the next weeks, we expect to have some initial versions online, and I beg you for you to go there and just check them. Give us lots of feedback if they are understandable, if they are easy. A part of the understandable on the generic topic, if they are easy to understand. Of course, those documentations are a bit technical, so if you are not a technical user, it might be a bit harder to grasp. The thing is, if you are not a technical user, your feedback is the best one. So please give us your feedback. And yeah, basically that's the main updates for the topology protocol. I think I'm going to skip to the top chain updates also, and then we can jump on the AMA. It's at the format, right, Patty?
Yes.
I'll say AMA in the end.
Oh,
Is it?
in the end, yes.
Okay. So blockchain, we have less. So as you can see by the bullet points, we have way less resources on the blockchain. Currently, we already have lots of stuff working. We have been working a lot actively on the provider progress submission and the fraud proofs challenge. And basically, these are somewhat related. So basically, the as a quick reminder, the blockchain, the main purpose is nowadays is to sort deals. Sort deals for people to subscribe to CROs within Topology protocol. And the thing is, the mechanism that we found to do in order for nodes to not say accepting deals and saying, "Oh, I'm subscribing," and at the end they are not subscribing, is that they actually need to submit their progress to the chain. And the thing is, I don't know if the person is here on the call, but someone also reached out to GG to saying that there was a problem with the thing, because actually, if everyone is submitting their progress, anyone can listen to what other people are saying and just replicate and say, yeah, my progress is the same as that guy. So we implemented an alternative to that, and basically the progress is, instead of going in one round and you send all the vertices of the hash graph that you made progress on, you actually submit initially an hash. The hash is composed of that plus your address on the chain. And the thing is, that's the first part, and then the second part is you submit all the progress that you said on the last round that you did. And the thing is, anyone can verify it because they just need to hash all those vertices hashes plus the address of the guy that is saying that it's submitted. So we already have that implemented. We are reviewing it. It's not merged into mine yet. And a part of that, we've been also working a lot on the not just the submission, but also the part of fraud proofing. So all the mechanisms of saying that contesting that someone is actually submitting wrong hashes. So they need to prove until the origin that all the dependencies of the vertexes are correct. A part of that, we've been doing testing, and one of our main priorities right now is going to be on infra testing is going to be two. One is testing end-to-end, testing if every flow is working perfectly, if we didn't miss anything on our side. And a part of that, setting the infra for having a super basic DevNet. So we can just have some small DevNet for us to test around, and having it live for some weeks, days, days, weeks, for us to check if everything is working correctly and if everything is working perfectly. And yeah, so blockchain updates are way lesser than topology updates, the protocol updates. We have lots of channels. You can join us. Pati already told you about Telegram. We also have here the link for the GitHub and for the On With Us. We are accepting contributions. And yep, that wraps it up. I'm open for questions now. And now is the time that everyone is right. I didn't saw what people were writing while I was talking, so I need to check it now. Did anyone said
there's one question.
coming in and changing speed. So where are the draft for what, Kiwi? The the so the draft documentation. So all of those are within the. We have two repos for documentation within the organization. One is Docs Topology, the other one is Docs Topchain, and the one that is currently been working a lot now is the Docs Topology. But the only thing that you need to review is afterwards, because I don't. We don't want to waste everyone's time a lot before we did all the internal reviews, because lots of times we do all the internal reviews and and change lots of wording and lots of ways of explaining those. So after it's published, then yes, please go there and review it and check fraud proof fraud proof no proof check everything. If everything is good, if everything is understandable, and in what ways can we make it easier for other people to understand? Soon, we probably next community call we are going to ask you for that. Rest of the people are shy.
Yes. This is the time.
Even if you are part of the topology team, you are free to make questions here. If there's something that I said during the presentation that you don't agree, you are free. We can have public discussions. Not even internal people wants to ask questions.
Well, you said, I have a question. You said the non-technical people can leave comments on feedback. If it's not clear, should we also wait 2 weeks?
Yes. Everyone should wait until it's not. I'm not saying that it's 2 weeks. I'm saying until it's ready, and maybe we announce it next community call, so 2 weeks, but maybe not. we don't have an hard deadline for the documentation, so there is no commitment on our side that's saying that it's going to be 2 weeks. But yes, as soon as documentation is already, even non-technical people, we actually is. So the thing is, everyone requires to have a bit technical knowledge, but the thing is, the non-technical users within the ecosystems that we are involved usually have some technical knowledge. The non-technical users, even if it's super small, they know a thing or two. So just having that technical reasoning, even being non-tech, all that feedback to understand a bit more on how should we word stuff, it's going to be useful. Yes. If it's someone that is totally new to everything tech-wise, we can point you on our Telegram or our Discord. You can just join us here, and we can help you out figuring out what are the pre-reads before you delve into our documentations. Now I'm jealous. Usually GG has a lot of questions. maybe GG is
No.
friendlier than
Yeah,
me.
I think you can pick one of the topics and maybe talk more about it
Uh,
and to generate discussion. Gigi is not here. We're missing him. He's on the plane right now, so it's
oh,
bad connection.
why can't he join on the plane? Planes nowadays have internet.
Yeah.
Probably he couldn't present because it would be a bit waggy, but he could just say, "Hi, guys." I don't know which topic do you want me to delve into. Pick one topic and we can talk about it. Our
Okay.
CC, yeah, attendance is growing. What
Yeah,
what
since
is
we
your
can.
favorite topic within topology? Tell us, and we'll talk about it.
Okay, my favorite topic, I would say, because I don't have a strong, I don't have a technical background. So my favorite topic is how we are building something for the future. So how
Oh, no,
distributed systems
don't,
are
don't
using
forget.
it.
I'm the tech guy that usually just talks tech. So when you are bringing up the possibilities and the futuristic stuff, I can comment on that, but my comments are going to be bad. If you want to talk tech stuff, probably I'm super good to discuss with. Futuristic stuff, I'm not that good, but let's do it. Imagine what we are building can enable. Imagine you go to your fridge and you take out the milk, and in a peer-to-peer fashion, the store already knows that you need milk. So not within the data centers of that big corporation saying, "Yeah, you need milk." No, it's like peer-to-peer. It goes through your camera, that it goes through your car, that it goes through the car of your neighbor until the supermarket, and they bring it. Do you think that is going to be possible, Patty?
I think so. Yeah.
You think? Oh, nice. You are more positive than me. I see lots of challenges. I see lots of technical challenges on that. Too
Yeah,
many.
I just see the technical people facing them and overcoming them, and yeah.
Good topology work over other networking protocols. Can you give some examples of other networking protocols that you are talking about? So lots of the networking stuff, we are abstracting it to libp2p. The thing is, currently, for example, we are using WebRTC. Currently, we are abstracting most of the networking stuff to libp2p. The thing is, even that part. So currently, our network package within our repo, it's a wrapper for libp2p. And the thing is, as far as we create wrappers to other networking libraries or protocols or whatnot, yes, it would work. The thing is, even then you have lots of other limitations. So even, for example, currently we are using p2p with WebSockets because of the browser and WebRTC. The thing is, we wanted to use Quick. We can't use Quick. Node doesn't support Quick yet. They have open PRs for that, but it doesn't support yet. So, for example, we can't use Quick. Do that on browsers. It's impossible for you to do that on browsers. So the thing is, theoretically, you can implement any network protocol. The thing is, then you need to be aware on what are the environments that you are running topology and how to make them connect with each other. So even the example that I was talking about, browsers are supposed to connect between themselves, and they can connect with the servers. The thing, if you have two servers running, probably they are not going to use WebRTC. They probably are going to use Quick, because servers by default they allow you to use Quick. But when I say Quick, you can just imagine any other type of protocol. Quick is just personal preference of the team. network protocol are more IPFS dependent. We are not using IPFS at all, for example. We are using WebP2P. WebP2P is so WebP2P was something that was extracted from IPFS. But yeah, we are not using IPFS at all. The only thing that we are using that is still super biased towards IPFS is the DHT. The DHT, even the library, has lots of the references to the CID for the content ID. And content ID is something super specific from IPFS. It's not something that exists in lots of other places. But yeah, the thing is, there answering also QE on his answer to let me check the name again, to SO Lab, is that actually one thing is transport. Yes, transport is highly dependent on WebP2P. The thing is, there are other network protocols that are for sure not going to be implemented on WebP2P, and even those protocols might implement also the transport. So we can use those protocols. Yes, if they abstract the transport for us, yes. Otherwise, within the wrapper that we need to create to work with that network protocol, we also need to have the to implement the transports if they don't have the transports implemented. Think about using Tor. We could use Tor to connect to everyone. It's going to be slow, super slow, but yeah. Actually, I think there was a project trying to do Tor over WebP2P. I need to check the socket supply. I don't know socket supply. I need to check it because the thing is convert connections to WebRTC and doing the handshake without signaling server. Usually, you do that with the SDP exchange. The thing is, for that you need a signaling server, and the not yeah. So basically, probably they are using Quick. If it's not in the browser, probably they are. So Quick enables you to do the handshake without. I don't think they upgraded to the connections to WebRTC, but it enables you to connect without the signaling server. The thing is, as far as I know, I might be wrong. But yeah, Quick currently doesn't work on browser, so maybe Socket is using that. I need to search a bit more about Socket Supply. I actually don't know what they are doing and how they are doing it. But if you ping me tomorrow, I can discuss with you about that. Who else has remarks on this super awesome topic? Don't you love peer-to-peer networks? Or are you more into mathematics? Mathematics, we have a perfect person. So every time someone asks about mathematics, I always have a go-to person to tag, which is one of our previous interns. Is now he got his role upgraded. He's studying mathematics at school, at college. So every time someone asks anything about mathematics, I just ping him and say, and I'm like, I don't know, but this guy might know. So ask him. Oh, Gigi is here. Gigi, do you want to hop on the stage? Say hi. No? Oh. So, guys, today we have a special guest. It's called Gigi. I don't know if you know him. He usually appears here. Hello.
Welcome.
Hi.
Everyone was super sad because it was
Oh
me
my god.
presenting today.
Hi everyone. Sorry that so the thing is I'm in Hong Kong there's a typhoon hitting Taiwan right now. Flights all disrupted and still in the system of getting back to my home. So yeah, but it's good that how's the community call? I get to catch its tail.
I don't know. The people in the chat can tell you, but I think everyone missed you. Everyone likes your voice the best.
I'm
Oak
just
has
no, it's just the voice of a very tired traveler, 15 hours on the plane and eating nothing but meals in the plane, microwave food.
Missing some Taiwanese food now.
Yes, but the thing is, I think they're arranging us to fly tomorrow, but Taiwan tomorrow has already the the schools all stopped and because the typhoon is the strongest tomorrow, so I think I'm gonna be spending time in Hong Kong tomorrow. Okay.
Come to Korea.
Oh, I think the thing is, if I spend time in Hong Kong, they'll I think I'll be able to stay for free because it's compensation.
Oh, then that's the wise choice.
It's probably capsule hotel at the airport, tiny bed.
If you don't,
Can't turn around.
if you don't feel comfortable there, come to Korea.
Right. I think that's very tempting. Thanks for the invitation. I miss very good kimchi jjigae right now.
Kimchi jjigae is so good.
Yes.
But yeah, I think I'm super sad because usually for you everyone makes lots of questions. For me, no one wants to talk with me. No one is making questions.
Oh.
Do you have any question for me, Gigi?
I didn't see the presentation. What happened?
We said that we promised lots of stuff.
Nice.
And
nice.
One of the things that we promised is that you are going to start a YouTube channel and are going to create a daily vlog.
Oh,
we promised.
Uh-huh.
So since we promised to everyone, now we need to do it.
Okay. Well, yeah. Okay. That is a surprise. I think I'll think about this for more after I get back to my home.
What?
I think okay. Question for you.
Actually, it's the perfect time for you to start because you have content. It's like, yo, you don't know what happened. I can't go back home because of that typhoon. So you have lots of content
from the airport.
Yeah.
And I think the hard thing is we need to connect this back to the protocol. Patty, are you guys going to Bangkok?
Yes. Actually, next week.
I still don't know if I'm going or not. It depends. If everyone on the chat is happy of having me there, sure. But it seems that the chat is not being helpful, friendly. But yeah, I still don't know if I'm going to be there. Patty is already telling everyone, like saying, "Yo, if you are in Chiang Mai, just meet me now." And you are also going, right, Gigi?
Yeah, I'll be in Bangkok.
Speaking in some venues?
There's some presentations I'll be giving.
Oh,
that's why I'm there.
Give us alpha.
Yes.
You need to tell us where can we meet you.
Nice. Oh, there's love in the chat.
Yes, but I can't bring Utah. Sadly, he can't travel. He's still a baby. But I can show Utah again. He's sleeping again, but yeah. he hates me. I'm always waking him up to show him. Oh, you already woke up. Utah. You can see Utah here. He's so cute.
That's one big reason
Last
to
time
go to
you
Korea.
went to an event, it was in Seoul. So I'm based in Seoul, and Utah was there. It was nice feedback. Lots of people liked having Utah there.
Oh, look at him. What not to like?
Hmm. And he was way smaller, so he was cuter. Now he's way bigger. Oh,
Can you go to Bangkok?
he can't. He can't go. Maybe next year. Maybe next step on he will be there.
We'll have to bring Bangkok to Utah then.
Yes. But I promise if any one of you drop by Seoul, I'll go to you with Utah. I'll go fetch you at the airport with Utah. You just need to ping me. Oh, Gadi. So awesome. But I swear that those 200 don't love me. They just love my K-pop gifts. For sure. Just the gifts. Another thing I want. So I think we are almost running out of time. But I want to ask a big question because I already heard this too many times from different people in different ways. What is the correct way to say it? GIFs or GIFs? That's the biggest question. Even me talking with Jan, I was talking with Jan and I was like, GIF. And he was like, GIF? What? And I was like, yeah, I usually say GIFs, but everyone says GIF, so I don't know. Someone needs to correct me. I don't know what to say.
I also say GIF.
Yeah, GIF.
I hear people saying GIF,
But the thing is, I don't know. So the G, you read it as J or G? That's the biggest question. No. No one is helpful. So everyone should come one by one, come on stage and say it. That would be the solution. And then we put it on a notepad, like, start counting. But yeah, I think that's it. That's the wrap. The wrap-up question is how to pronounce GIF. GIF or GIF. That was the wrap-up. So, it seems that there were a few questions on this one. Maybe it's because lots of the stuff I didn't give proper. I went to straight to the topics. Maybe I don't know. People need.
Was so. There were no questions.
Everyone need to go watch the previous community calls. Then next time you are going to have lots of questions. But yeah, I think that's a wrap then. Let's wrap it up, guys. Thank you so much for joining us today. Oh, we even have GG on video now to say bye. So, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Bye. Have a nice rest of the week. For the rest of the next 2 weeks. We meet again in 2 weeks here. Probably it's going to be GG speaking next time. So all the questions that you have from the previous community calls is for GG. And yeah, that's it.
Thank you, Oak, for the call. You hosted it so wonderfully. Very nice to have you. And thank you, Gigi, for coming and saying hi.
Thank you for co-hosting also. Always co-hosting. Yuta? Here. Yuta is saying bye.
Yeah.
Bye. Bye. Don't bite.
All right. Bye, everyone. Have a great night or day.